And welcome back to Coach's Corner. With us now, a special guest. It's the Tennessee Titans' former Caledonia Warrior, Karl Klug. Karl, how's it going today?
Not too bad.
Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for calling in, taking time out of your day. I'm sure you're very busy, so thanks for calling in. We do appreciate it.
No problem.
So right now, you're playing again for the Tennessee Titans. How's that been going for you so far?
Good. Going on my 7th year right now. But, just staying busy with rehab.
Rehab, all right. So how are you going to be ready to go for the season, or how much is going on with that?
Yeah, I should be ready to go by training camp. I'll probably miss all of OTAs and all the off-season stuff, but I should be good to go by camp.
Nice. So your 7th year in the league, kind of viewed on as a veteran now on that defensive line, right? So how has your role changed, I guess, throughout those last couple of years?
I guess just, more so accepting my role, situational passer, to be honest, coming in and giving guys breathers whenever they need it. I never got a lot of reps, but, my role is just to come in and make sure there's no drop-off, when I step on the field.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, too. And, even though you're just rotated in, you're still, playing on a defensive line in the NFL, which has got to be, your dream growing up, and that's got to be pretty cool as well. Karl, from Iowa to Tennessee, what's the biggest difference? Again, I know you've been in the league for a while. What's that biggest difference there from the college level to the professional level?
Really there's not much of a difference. Other than that, you can lose your job a little quicker than you could in college. But honestly, I think it was a bigger jump from high school to college. I thought the speed of the game was more drastic from high school to college, and I was more of a project coming out of high school. When I got here to Tennessee, I was already at my playing weight. I was strong enough to play, so I thought it was a smoother transition from college to NFL.
Nice. So that's a nice, smooth transition for you. And then I guess on the defensive line, how big of if they say wide receivers a really tough jump from the college to the pros, is defensive line a little bit different, or is there a lot more things they dig deeper into on the defensive line when they get into the NFL?
I think the biggest thing guys struggle with is rushing the passer when they come into the NFL. Seeing the young guys come in, I always notice that it takes a while for the coordination to be there and, using their hands properly, I guess. That's something as a D-lineman you can always learn on, and that's usually the main focus when you get into the league is your hands and your coordination with your hips and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's when you get to that level, the coaching there just must be unbelievable how much knowledge they had they're able to pass along to you, right?
Yeah, we have good coaches, but I thought we had really, really good coaches at Iowa, too. Obviously it starts with Coach Frick in high school and Coach Schrader. They helped me develop, and, college is no different. But I don't know, I think we've had some really, I've been fortunate enough to have some really good coaches along the years. So, yeah, I've been lucky.
Yeah, and so now this year in Tennessee, had a pretty good year last year. So they're looking to take that big step forward this year. What has to happen for you guys to be successful?
Just trusting the game plan every week. Coaches, they have good plans for us every week. I just think the biggest thing that has changed throughout the years is the type of guys we've gotten in our locker room. Now I feel like no one's really complaining about the workload, whereas I thought that was the case before. But, I don't think anything really has to change per se. We just got to go out and keep working and, don't get complacent or anything like that. Just got to keep grinding.
Just got to keep going on the grind. I like that. You've played the Vikings twice in your career, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yeah, I know it could even be more than that. I know we played them a few times in the preseason, too.
Okay. So you've had a couple chances to play against the hometown team. What's the feel then when you're going up against guys, wearing the purple, a team that you might have, watched growing up a little bit?
Yeah, my first game ever was actually against the Vikings. It was a preseason game down here. And I'm not going to lie to you, I grew up a huge Vikings fan. Even in college, I was a huge Vikings fan, so I was pretty starstruck that first game.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. But, that's kind of faded a little bit over the years. I still love playing against Minnesota every time I get an opportunity to do that. So it's always fun, though, especially now with Isaac there. it's always good to run into him, so it's good.
Oh, I'm sure that's an awesome experience, especially with Isaac there up in Minnesota now. And do you get like an extra gear when you're going against the Vikes?
I mean, I don't know. I would say an extra gear. You know, now that Isaac's there, it's just like, you know, it makes the game a little more fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's always neat. Yeah, I just enjoy, you know, seeing him and playing against him.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a really cool experience, especially when you come from a town, you know, the size of Caledonia. I'm not knocking Caledonia now. It's been powerhouse in football for a long time now, but to have two people playing in the NFL at the same exact time, it's got to feel pretty special for you, right?
Yeah, I think it's neat. I know we can get more in the NFL. I feel confident enough that I think there'll be more players in the NFL in the future. I just hope that, you know, more of the kids get the opportunity that they deserve. Because I think with Coach Fricky and Coach Rader and Coach Hodges, everyone there, what they're doing there is pretty special. And I know they're getting the most out of those kids. And I feel like a lot of those kids, you know, deserve an opportunity to play at college. So I'm hoping that they all get their opportunities. Absolutely.
Definitely a lot of players down there that definitely have the skill and worthy to play at the college level and maybe get noticed. And, of course, then that big jump to the pros. Karl, did you have an opportunity when you played in the NFL? Do you keep track of what's happening with Caledonia football, or are you pretty busy that time of year, I'm sure?
I mean, yeah, I try to keep up. So I was able to stream their state championship game last year, so I thought that was cool. But I talked to Coach Fricky. You know, I'd like to talk to him more often, but I keep up, you know, with him, you know, enough to see what's going on and stuff like that. So he fills me in on kind of the outlook of the team and who's, you know, where they need to improve and all that type of stuff. So he keeps me in the loop pretty well, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome. Again, with us, the Tennessee Titans defensive lineman, Karl Klug. Karl, are you pretty versatile on the defensive line, the Titans? Are they moving you around from defensive end to nose tackle and around, or are you kind of sitting in one spot?
No, I'd like to think I'm versatile. You know, my first couple of years here, we were in a 4-3, then we switched to 3-4.
Mm-hmm.
I played 6 technique, 5 technique, 3 tech. Rare occasion that I have to play nose tackle, but I've done that before. But yeah, I'd like to think that I'm able to bounce around and play wherever. So.
Wow, that's an impressive career that you've had so far. 7 years in the NFL. That's incredible. And I'm doing a little bit of creeping because I'm on your personal page on the Tennessee Titans website. I see your birthday is March 31st.
Correct. Yep, you got it.
Well, the happy birthday, and it's the same day as mine, so that's pretty sweet.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday to you, too.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, with us, Karl Klug. Karl, thanks for taking the time today to chat with us, and good luck next season. Hope you guys are pretty successful.
You bet. Thank you.
More of Coach's Corner coming up after this.